global warming.
But Suhasini, are you aware about what is global warming?
Yes, I do, Aarushi. Global warming is the increase in the Earth's average temperature, which is driven by human activities such as burning of fossil fuels, deforestation, and releasing of greenhouse gases.
Oh, I know. These gases trapped in act like a blanket, trapping the sun's heat, causing the planet to warm.
Okay, is anyone aware about the causes of global warming? Anyone from the audience?
Well, I do know some causes which can help us all gain our knowledge, like greenhouse gas emissions and deforestation.
Well then, Aarushi, tell me more.
Okay, so greenhouse gas emissions is the burning of fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas that release greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, which in turn traps the heat and leads to an increase in the global temperatures. And deforestation, as we all know, is the large-scale clearance of forests for urbanization, agriculture, and other purposes that reduce the planet's capacity to absorb carbon dioxide, which worsens the greenhouse effect and increases the atmospheric carbon levels.
Yes, you are correct, Aarushi. But let me add a few more causes, like industrial activities and agricultural practices. Industries contribute significantly to global warming through emissions and manufacturing processes and using electricity. Agricultural practices also use some farming methods which release methane and nitrous oxide into the atmosphere, both potent greenhouse gases. Aarushi, you mentioned about greenhouse effect. Can you elaborate more about it?
Indeed, I can. So the greenhouse effect is a natural phenomenon that warms the earth. Sunlight passes through the atmosphere and heats the earth's surface. In turn, the earth radiates this heat back and acts as a space as infrared radiation. About this natural effect, Earth would be a frozen, inhabitable planet with an average temperature far below freezing. But since Industrial Revolution, human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels, have dramatically increased the concentration of these gases, intensifying the greenhouse effect.
Oh, now I get it.
Well, Suhasini, do you remember I mentioned earlier about the greenhouse gases?
Yeah, I do remember that and also know a few things about them. Carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide are some of the most prevalent greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide, primarily produced through the combustion of fossil fuels for energy, deforestation and various industrial processes, indicate our dependency on fossil-based energy. And nitrous oxide, as I mentioned earlier, is released from agricultural and industrial activities. Its warming potential is approximately 298 times greater than CO2 over a 100-year period.
That's quite nice, Suhasini, but allow me to add more to your knowledge. As you rightly said about carbon dioxide and nitrous oxide, there are a few more, like methane, which is also known as CH4. Methane is significantly more effective at trapping heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide, but in smaller quantities. And fluorinated gases. In fluorinated gases, including hydrofluorocarbons and perfluorocarbons and sulfur hexafluoride, are synthetic compounds used in various applications such as refrigeration and manufacturing.
Now let's look at some data. This shows the atmospheric carbon dioxide levels in the year 2024 February. It is 427.09 parts per million. This graph shows the increase in the carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere from the year July 1958 to July 2024. This graph is self-explanatory and shows that it's a dire situation and we need to take some steps to reduce these levels.
Whereas we can see here, the increasing 1.55 degrees Celsius is the increasing temperature in the December 2024, which we can see is a very threatening situation for us. And this was the second warmest December since the year 1880.
This graph shows the global monthly average temperature from 1880 to present relative baseline average.
Earlier, here, as I talked about the global temperature for the December month, now let's see for the year 2024, the global temperature of the year. It was an increase of 1.56 degrees Celsius, and this was the second warmest year since 1880.
Now we know what is global warming, how it is affecting the earth. Now let us learn about how it is affecting the earth. Extreme weathers. Global warming intensifies weather patterns leading to more frequent and severe heat waves, drought, wildfires and floods. It also results in the melting of ice and sea level. Rises. The Earth's rising temperature is causing glaciers and ice sheets to melt at an accelerated rate, which directly contributes to a significant increase in sea levels, threatening coastal areas.
That's nice. Now there are some more effects of global warming like ecosystem disruption. Changes in climate disrupt natural ecosystems, forcing species to migrate or even become extinct. This loss of biodiversity affects entire food webs and can lead to decline in key species. And there's one more, that is threats to human health and food security. Extreme heat can cause health problems, while changes in rainfall and temperature patterns disrupt the agriculture, leading to crop failures, food shortages, and the potential for famine. So, as we talked about what is global warming, the effects, the causes, the data from previous years, which is very threatening situation for us, we also need to look for solutions so that we can solve this growing problem of global warming.
And one of them is renewable energy. We should switch to solar and wind and other renewable energy sources, which reduces our reliance on fossil fuels. These clean energy sources produce electricity without emitting greenhouse gases, making them essential for cutting global emissions and ensuring a sustainable, low-carbon future.
Afforestation. We all know about deforestation, and a solution for that can be afforestation. Afforestation involves the planting trees in barren or deforested areas. This technique helps restore ecosystems, improve air quality, and combat climate change by reducing the overall concentration of greenhouse gases. And energy efficiency, that's the last solution we'll be talking about. It's improving energy efficiency in buildings and transport, reduces power consumption and emissions. So I guess we could give some knowledge to you about global warming. Hope you guys learned something about it. Well then, that's all from us, eyesight. Thank you for patiently listening to us, and now let's begin the celebration of Janmashtami.